Good evening. It's 10:45 p.m. on August the 10th, 2010, and we have Tropical Depression 5 in the northeastern Gulf of Mexico. And as of a few hours ago, the National Hurricane Center has issued tropical storm warnings from Destin, Florida, westward to Intracoastal City, Louisiana, and this includes the city of New Orleans and Lake Pontchartrain. And a tropical storm warning means that tropical storm conditions are likely in the warned area within 36 hours. Now, the last satellite loop I looked at, Tropical Depression 5, it hasn't really gotten a whole lot much more better organized over the past few hours. It's about 5:30 to 6 o'clock when I first took a look at it. However, it is nighttime now over the Gulf of Mexico, and as I've stated before, the atmosphere over warm water becomes a lot more unstable at night because the air cools off somewhat, the water doesn't. So you get a little bit of a steeper lapse rate, which leads to more convection, which could lead to a stronger storm. Upper level winds aren't particularly favorable right now for tropical development. But that aside, we do have a tropical cyclone that's over warm water, and especially over that area, over the central and eastern Gulf of Mexico. Tropical cyclones sometimes forget the rules that they aren't supposed to intensify under shear. Like Gustav did a couple of years ago, or was it 2007? Gustav intensified under 20 knots of shear. Of course, this is no Gustav. This is just a weak, disorganized tropical depression. But the point I'm trying to make is that if you have very warm water, and the water down is probably close to probably about 90 degrees Fahrenheit right now, or at least in the upper 80s, and upper level winds that aren't really unfavorable, but aren't really favorable for development either, kind of mediocre, you can have an intensifying storm. And due to the proximity of land right now, I would urge that everybody in the warned area, check your hurricane supplies. Check to make sure you have enough food, that you have enough drinking water. And while we're on the subject of water, don't focus on whether or not this becomes a named storm. And if it does become a named storm, it'll be named Danielle, by the way. Don't focus on that. Don't focus on what the strongest winds are. This is a slow-moving, moisture-laden system that is likely to drop several inches of rain from the Florida Panhandle all the way to southeast Louisiana. Remember, with tropical cyclones, the biggest danger is freshwater flooding, not the storm surge and not the winds. Keep that in mind if you happen to live in that area. You're going to get a lot of rain down there if you live in an area that's subject to flooding due to poor drainage. You might want to think about evacuating. You don't want to wait until the water's up to your neck and then go, well, maybe I should leave right now. No, leave before the water starts rising. And since it's dark down there right now, if possible, stay the night there. And then, if you're expecting heavy rain tomorrow, get out of there by sunrise. I think drowning deaths due to tropical cyclones are absolutely senseless. As much as me and the National Hurricane Center and all the other amateurs in the world that track these storms harp on the fact that freshwater flooding is what kills. So if you're in the path of that storm, as I said, don't focus on the winds, don't focus on whether or not it ever gets named, and don't even worry about if it opens up into a tropical wave again and is in a tropical depression. This is a major rainmaker. That's what you need to be focused on down there. And right now in the tropics, there's really not much else to talk about. There is a tropical wave east of the Leeward Islands, which is kind of in a high shear environment right now. I'm really not expecting this to do anything for at least the next couple of days. And there's another weak tropical low pressure system in the central Atlantic that's moving north to north-northwest, and it's moving into cooler waters right now. So I think it's had its chance to develop into a tropical cyclone. I'm not expecting anything to develop out of that. Our main focus right now will be on Tropical Depression 5, and my personal forecast on it will be a slow northwest to west track over the next 24 to 48 hours. Some increase in strength. It's at 35 miles an hour right now. I think realistically we could expect a 50 to 55 mile an hour tropical storm by the time all is said and done. I'm expecting landfall in either southwestern Mississippi or southeastern Louisiana sometime on Thursday. So you folks down there, check your supplies and Stay in touch with the local news media with your radio or TV or NOAA Weather Radio, or if you have internet access, which I presume you do if you're watching my video, go to www.nhc.noaa.gov or look up the website for your local weather office for more up-to-date information. And this is George Rinaldi signing off. I expect to do another update probably early Wednesday morning. Have a great night. Thank you for watching.